Hello everyone, Jesse Mayfield Sheehan back here live at Groton School in Groton, Massachusetts, where we've got the first runners coming in down the stretch here in the first team girls cross country race. You could hear the crowds going. We got our first couple runners, the first runners for Groton and Milton. Looks like Groton's got the lead. There goes our first Groton runner, and in behind her comes the first Milton Academy runner. Yeah, a little hard to see the finish line. As you can see, very passionate fans, happy to see them come across. Again, I'm not able to identify the runners, no shirt numbers here in this race today. But if you're able to identify any of your favorite runners, be sure to give them a shout out in the live chat, as we got some more runners coming up now. Here they come, approaching the cage of the baseball diamond. Looks like we got a Groton runner followed by two Milton runners. And there goes Groton runner number 2. And there's Milton's number 2. And in comes Milton's third runner right behind the second. And it looks like Milton's fourth runner is going to come in. So Milton, 3 straight runners finished. So the top 2 results are going to go in Groton's favor. But then Milton showing some depth with back-to-back-to-back finishes by their second, third, and fourth runners. Still be sticking around for the rest of them. As we can see some more coming around that corner over the horizon there. Starting to get into the middle stages of the finishers, but still more in like the early end of the middle, I would say. As you probably saw with the starting stream, we had a bunch of runners taking off. And here we go. Here comes Milton's 5th runner. And now we got a string of Groton finishers. Here comes Groton's 3rd runner and 4th and 5th right behind her. So far it's gone Groton's first runner, then Milton's first, then Groton's second, then Milton's second, third, and fourth, and 5th. Then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th from Groton, and now runner number 6 for Milton coming down the track. Now we got another couple of Groton runners coming in. This will be 6, 7, and 8. So now Groton has passed Milton in the number of runners that have come across, as they've now got 8 runners that have come across. Milton has 6 by my count. And now here comes a Milton runner, a Groton runner, and a Milton runner who seems to be having some trouble. And it looks like she's recovered, and she's going to be going across that finish line. Again, cross country, such a grueling sport. And as impressive as the top runners are, I think just about every runner can just take pride just in finishing. And we're hitting that stage of this girls cross country race, or you have the players whose times aren't going to break any records, but you know what? You finished the race. You came here and did exactly what you were supposed to do. Once again, if you've seen any of your favorite runners coming across, feel free to give them a shout out in the live chat. Let me know what place they came in, because right now I don't have any names, no rosters, no shirt numbers, as you can see. So unfortunately, I'm not able to identify any of these runners coming across. Right after this, of course, will be the first boys cross-country race. And that'll be a quick turnaround from the finish of this race to the start of that one. As we see another couple of runners coming up. Looks like we got a Groton runner, and off in the distance I think I see a Milton Academy runner coming up as well. So I'm sorry I'm not able to catch the runners completely coming across the finish line, but I mean, it's not like you can really give any complaints. You know, they got a nice crowd out here at Groton cheering on these runners on the home stretch of their runs. Not sure how many runners we still have left coming up, but we're going to keep our eye out, as I think we see another one coming up. I think this is a Milton Academy runner approaching the home stretch here. And we got a few more runners now coming up behind her. And again, you can hear that supportive Groton crowd cheering on their runners right from the top fastest finisher all the way to the bottom of the line. It does not matter. And again, that's always something I've really loved about the culture of long distance running. You know, it's easy to cheer in some sports when someone just makes a really nice play, and you know, maybe give them some applause at the end of the game or something like that. But with this sport, again, just finishing is such an accomplishment unto itself that, you know, it sort of has built up this very, you know, encouraging, reinforcing kind of culture amongst the fellow runners and the fans. You know, just being happy to see people coming across the line, you know, regardless of what place they're in. And I think that's kind of nice. So we can see a Milton Academy runner coming. Not sure if that will be the last one. Just the crowd kind of starting to die down a little bit. Maybe starting to transfer their thoughts over to the boys' race that is going to happen right after this one wraps up. I'm not sure, but I will be keeping my eyes peeled. The setup still is as a finish line for the girls' race. We haven't transitioned over to a starting line for the boys' race. Not seeing any runners, so unless they got some who are really lagging behind, that might be it for the girls' race. I'm not entirely sure. Hard to tell, but we're seeing the boys' team starting to move. We're going to have more than just 2 schools in the boys' race, I believe. And we got our first comment in the live chat from Helen Wybrow. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Everyone is a hero in cross country. Totally agree with you about the encouraging culture of the sport. It's the best. Hey, you know, one of the things that I really love about my job is you get to see not just the different, you know, strategies and skill sets that come out in the various sports that you cover. You also get to see the various cultures between, you know, all those different sports, the fan bases, what they look for, what they value. And, you know, you're absolutely right. It's, you know, everyone is a hero just for, you know, just for braving this test that could really take it out of you. I mean, the origin of distance running, you know, it goes back to the marathon, the story of like that Greek hero who was like running to tell people the news that they had won the battle, and he had to go such a long distance, and then he straight up collapsed and died at the finish line. Thankfully, you know, people not taking deadly races anymore, but still grueling. Still grueling. We're not seeing any runners come across. I'm going to take off my headset for a sec, see if I can look around and find out whether that's the end of the girls' race. Well, the cones over by the flagpole are still set up as a finish line and not as a starting line. So, far as I can tell, we're still in the midst of the girls' race. And it looks like we got another runner, another couple of runners coming up the hill now. Oh, and she's picking up the pace as she goes down the home stretch. High stepping across the finish line there. Like to see that. And it looks like we got one more coming up the hill here. Now that's another thing is hills, whether you're going up or down, they just take it out of you. Because obviously uphill you're working against gravity, but then downhill, again, you're working against gravity, just trying to maintain your balance and maintain a healthy pace. See her come across. And it looks like they're moving the cones. I'm going to double check. I'm going to take off my headset again for a sec. All right, they have moved the cones to the finish line, and they're going to start setting up the starting line for the boys. So I'm going to put this stream to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch the start and finish of this first girls cross-country race between Milton Academy and Groton School. And check the channel for the links to the start and finish of the boys race coming up right after this.